1 2 1 2. Yo. Fresh white paper, hip-hop maker. Blasting through the speakers, gonna disturb the neighbors. My mark on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish, but I know to be a tyrant. The track is really biting, I'm getting real excited. Ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing her, probably on camera. Daily illustrationist, been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Winning from my slap will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so Sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. She rides my cock, her tits is bouncing. Front rush your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown him. He's an embarrassment, the one that be around him. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike back. Catch him with a pimp strap, spitting that white crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a beer. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Katayu Marascon. Juggernaut of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BS representative. Smack the shit out the damn president.
This is how you cook.
Get 'em. I will transform on this joint, spazzing off the drugs I'm on. Turn C now ever since I'm born, like Nebraska use a corn. In my prime like Optimus, throw you through a Oculus. The Bronx is my metropolis, didn't have a pot to piss. Had to learn not to miss, focus on accomplishments. Beats I'm demolishing, tell me what the problem is. You know you don't want no smoke, seeing you in action is a joke. Catch him with the deadly blow, pack it up, it's time to go. But you wanna call the cops, all the bullshit needs to stop. Super idiot, wine stop, hush him out, you can't talk. Merchant to a deadly beast, pick your bones after I feast. You want war, now you want peace, cause shit got thick like Cardi B. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you've been warned, here comes the storm. I am here to shatter dreams, welcome to my gathering. Blood is always splattering, where I'm from that's happening. Got that cannon fully tucked, all that blade will give you cuts. Sacrifice to get those bucks, most these rappers looking sus. Smack them with the speed and bust, all you see is blood and guts. Too much sauce like a duck, brush it off the shoulder rust. Camo with a bag full of ammo, strangle the ops from the tangle. Hang your legs, they gonna dangle. Neck broke just like Kurt Angle. In the heart of the deity, bring that pain so easily. Most these bums don't deal with me, eradicate immediately. One monkey don't stop the show, I can to you with the flow. Catch me at the studio, like time I got the glow. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form.
You've been warned, here come the storm. Yeah. You already know the vibes, big 1 2 1 2. What's goody, y'all? Council Roundtable sounded back in real quick. Episode 107. Talk about the old fashioned rats and let y'all know what's happening. That spot with the wrestling, that excuse me, that place is like barbershop talk when it comes to wrestling. My bad for that flub right there. This dude Nate threw me off. Threw me off with that face. You silly.
The beaver strikes again. Oh my god. So I haven't have a nice day with the IRS today. What the hell? How do you botch like that?
Man, fuck them dudes, B. Like, I'm going through it too, B. I gotta call them dudes tomorrow, try to get in contact with them tomorrow. Like, they'll tell you to go online and try to, situate your situation online, but that shit don't work either because the system be acting retarded on there too. So it's like I'd rather talk to a human being.
Exactly. I was on wait for like 45 minutes if I got somebody.
Man, I was on hold for 2 hours.
I don't know why they don't have that. I don't know why they don't have that feature. Like they'll call you back at your number when you're next in line. They should just have that feature.
They do.
No, they didn't have it for me. They didn't have it for me.
It's like you can't. It's like random. It's like random for them to give you that option. It's like you can't choose it on your own, which is fucking dumb.
Yeah, I mean, at least put some good.
Just have me on hold.
At least put some good music on the background or something. Put some like rock and roll or something, man. Not this elevator music, C-SPAN. Fucking bullshit.
Some Slayer or something.
Something. Metallica, Seven Dust, Disturbed. Do something.
Shit, they all Disturbed. That would be the perfect band for them to throw in because the motherfuckers over there are Disturbed.
Yeah, but anyways, hopefully it's all taken care of. I'll get my money within like a week or two. So.
That's what's up. I hope you do too, B. Like,
booking a trip for Vegas. Yeah, I'm booking a trip.
That's gonna break my heart.
Yeah, I'm booking a trip for Vegas.
That, right? You like that, right? You like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up owing. It's gonna break my heart. Oh yes, son!
So what's going on? So what happened? Cody and Seth had a backstage fight or something?
Yeah, I'm just now figuring this shit out too. I think this should happen. I guess it happened when Cody came back, like in between the time when Cody came back and WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And then I saw what Bret Hart was talking about wrestling and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the two topics. Yeah, Bret Hart basically talking about, if you see John Moxley on TV, just turn the channel. I'm like, damn, I do. And I got it right here, as a matter of fact. I got the article right here.
I want to know what, they want to have wrestling sports bets. I want to know what the Vegas odds at Moxley won't.
Oh, wait. Slow down.
That's why.
Topic hopping. Relax. Hold on.
I know, but I'm just saying. I want to know what the odds are.
Hold on. Wait. Got you, my guy. Let me pull up that article real quick about this dude, Bret.
You got to be careful. Chase is on the case,
WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart has done a lot for the pro wrestling industry. You know what I'm saying? But that does not mean fans agree with his opinion regarding the current pro wrestling product. Hart is outspoken for many reasons, and fans only get irritated when he uses to share such opinions. It appears that Bret Hart is not a fan of John Moxley's current wrestling style and been advised fans to turn off all his matches. He said all of them. Not one, not two. He was like, watch this dude catalog. The purveyor of violence aptly lives up to his moniker, as he usually dons a crimson mask during his matches. You mean every single match?
Pretty much.
However, this particular style hasn't been well received by a significant portion of his fan base, including us, and even pro wrestlers for that matter. In fact, the former AEW World Champion was called out for bleeding too much during his matches. Even then, John Moxley previously made it clear that he likes to stab people with sharp objects. That's how real Neanderthal type shit. You heard that?
I love it. I love it. I love to see John Moxley and his wife at the movies. He probably Blade during the fucking coming attractions. That fucking guy.
This dude, like, that's a little sadistic. Like, who, like, only person I heard talk like that was like New Jack.
New Jack, Abdul the Butcher. Yeah. Terry Funk. He's a little hardcore.
The funny thing with Abdul the Butcher, he got the nerve to have a soul food restaurant. My dude, you probably leak blood in them ribs. I don't want that shit.
Him and his hepatitis C.
Yeah. He fucking over here, he chopping meat and cutting himself by accident.
That's a secret sauce. Cajun style barbecue sauce. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
What was it? A Chinese restaurant? One of them shits.
Yeah,
a restaurant. Like, you got a fucking restaurant. You better not be one of the cooks.
No, fuck that guy. He eats all the profits, probably. Probably eats all the profits, that fat fuck.
So this dude, continuing on to what the Bret Hart article, Bret Hart was asked about the current state of wrestling. Bret Hart made it clear he is not a fan of modern day pro wrestling and used John Moxley to prove his point. Bret Hart then advised fans to turn off all matches that featured John Moxley.
Yeah.
AEW has kind of gone in a bad direction, I think. With all the violence and gore, I watched some episodes, I watched Martha Hart do her big press conference for AEW here in Calgary. I'm watching AEW and I'm watching who used to be Dean Ambrose sticking a fork in somebody's head for like 5 minutes with a close-up on TV. That's what Bret Hart said. This isn't wrestling either. I would recommend turning all that off. I don't watch that stuff anymore. It's not very good. Wrestling is going in some bad directions because people don't know what wrestling is or wrestling was. Unquote.
Yeah. We got to remember, too, like, what hardcore matches Bret Hart's really ever been? Really none. I mean, the Austin one with the blood.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. That's like his most memorable
match. But that was just a regular match, and Austin just bled, It wasn't like a hardcore style match. So,
How did Stone Cold get busted open?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. So, but yeah.
But I mean, let's be real. Like I ain't gonna lie, I do feel what Bret is saying to a certain degree, but it's also like my dude. Remember when he first started getting edgy right before the Attitude Era? He was doing grimy shit too. Remember he tied this dude shoelaces around the ring post. This dude Diesel.
Yeah.
And started working on his legs and all that. He used to do grimy shit too.
No, I know. Well, you got to remember too. He suffers from concussion and shit from Goldberg's kick to the head, so he probably forgets some of this shit too.
True that.
He
probably also forgot when he was the one that presented the AEW belt. Remember, he was the one that presented it.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Bret's a fan of like FTR, CM Punk, guys like that, Omega and stuff, Bryan Danielson. So I mean, he likes it. I don't mind blood in matches, but it's got to be like a hardcore match or something like that, or a cage match. Just a regular match bleeding. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it takes away the effect. It should be for like, a blood feud that's about to end. You know what I mean? That's like the end results. Like they both look bloody. They went through war. Like I ain't gonna lie, like a little bit like Mox and this dude Hangman.
Yeah, something like that. That's fine. Or like like we always say, like Hell in a Cell. You got to put the cell over by bleeding.
Exactly.
You got to make it look dangerous.
And I hate that fact that it's like, why have the Hell in a Cell and as soon as you start bleeding, they want to stop the match. Now, granted, understand that this dude Finn Balor had a mouth on top of his head. That's how big the damn gash was.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Yeah,
but
I mean, it's one way when you just cut yourself, and in one way it's hard way. If it's hard way where it's really bleeding a lot, you should take precautions and shit like that, because that could lead to someone dying. You never know.
And this dude is still shots go out to Finn Balor. He's still out there putting on matches. That was a good match he had with Rey Mysterio yesterday.
Yeah.
He's still going on match, and I think he tore his quad too, or something like that. He got like 2 major injuries, and he's still out there working.
No, I know.
Out to Finn, man.
he's been in some shit. So yeah, I heard Raw was kind of bad because of travel issues, against their weather and shit. So.
Yeah. The storm was crazy. Like that shit. Shut down my internet for a short period of time, like earlier in that day. Like, that thunderstorm was crazy. That thunderstorm was like God was pissed.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. So
yeah, I'm glad everybody was safe. Everybody had safe travels.
Yeah, I feel bad for the girl, the lady. She's on my Facebook. She lives in New Jersey. They had a fucking tornado last week, and then a couple days later, they had a fucking fire. 3-4 houses on her street burned near her house. I'm like, get the fuck out of New Jersey. Leave. What's next?
Shit, they'd be fine.
No, I know.
Wow.
A fucking tornado and then a fire. I'm like, what's next? Earthquake? I mean, Jesus.
That does so. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're insured.
She didn't know she was safe, but her neighbors they lost their home, like 3 people, 3 houses.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't know what started it. I don't know. So
this weather's been bugging out, B. It's the pollution, B.
Yeah.
Shit's getting crazy. That's like a whole other show. I could really get deep in the rabbit hole when it comes to shit like that, because I've always been into science.
Well, if you look at these weather things, they actually think our government controls it with HARP. If you ever look into that shit.
Yeah, I believe in that to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But it's more to that. You feel me? Like I was on.
And then I'm talking to my buddy last night about chemtrails. I'm talking about chemtrails and shit. I'm like, come on, those ain't clouds. That's not natural clouds in the sky. That's fucking nasty.
Chemtrail, yep.
So it is crazy. Well, they're trying to kill us one way or another. So, and now digital currency. You hear about that? They want to get rid of paper money soon.
Yep, I heard of that.
So we're fucked. Exit stage left. Exit stage right. Crash the plane. Ultimate Warrior's coming back.
Yeah, you stupid. I see you. The fuck is that?
There's nowhere to run now. It's all good. But hopefully I don't get booted
I see
out.
You. No, you good.
All right. Vince is back. Oh boy.
Go ahead and the damn dog. You Batman of the Bronx.
I'm trying to see 8 wrestlers stand in one spot while one wrestler jumps through the ropes and knock people down like bowling pins, like Bret Hart said.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This dude, Bret getting in on this dude, Mom. He was like, man, just turn the channel when you see his man. I see you, Toe.
Yeah.
This man, just turn the damn channel.
Well, it's the same match. It's a brawl and it's blood. That's Moxley. What the hell's going on with Hardy? Is he getting a blowjob from Reba? What's going on?
Yes.
Delete.
Now they want to bring back good rest. They want to bring back some entertainment. Bring back Samoa Joe getting kidnapped by ninjas.
I know. White
Motherfucker came back as a nation of violence. How you come back with the nation of violence, but it's just only you? Where's the nation of violence at?
Yeah. I love when Bully Ray makes an opinion about wrestling, because this motherfucker laid himself on a table. But I don't give a shit what he has to say.
Man, most of his takes be retarded any fucking way.
Exactly.
Well, what's going on, y'all? Tove, Scott, what's good? Vince is back. Yeah, Vince is back. You know what I think is going on? I think Vince and Triple H is basically going through a tug of war in creative. Like this is my
Hey,
headphones. This is my headphones.
last night on Raw, like Raw wasn't dog shit like it was last week, but when Lita was attacked and they interviewed Becky, Becky said that Lita was taken to a local medical facility. That's Vince. So that's
exactly.
So Vince is still there. He's got some. Last week was all Vince, but it seems like it's like 70-30, 80-20. Like Vince is like a fucking parasite. He's trying to worm his way back in.
Well, he's not going to touch SmackDown because he hates SmackDown, so he lets Triple H run it.
He's the little kid in the cookie jar. He's sneaking his hand in when mom's sleeping. He's stealing cookies.
I think so. For what they're saying, Vince McMahon only wants to control. He wants creative control for the main events, and mid cards. He's like, you can have that Triple. You can have that Hunter.
And women probably the women of tag.
Yeah, I was telling John the other day because we had got into an argument about it. I was like, bro, when he was on the news, when they first talked about the deal with Endeavor and shit, they asked Vince point blank. The interviewer said, will you be in charge of creative? Like, we can find the clip right now on YouTube saying, man, when he asked Vince that, look at his face. He paused. That's a simple question. Are you going to be in creative? Yes or no? And but he paused. He looked up almost as if like he was thinking about, okay, how should I word this? And then he said, I won't be as in the weeds. Like, that's not a definitive no. It's a simple question. Yes or no? Are you working creative? Yes or no? And he didn't do it. So I don't know why so many people are trying to fucking, I don't know, man. Just
who Vince looked like? You know who he looked like? He looked like, remember the second dude you had to fight and punch out? Kaiser, like Von Kaiser in the face ass.
I was gonna say Juan Valdez selling coffee. Juan Valdez selling coffee. Shit.
What's good, Marcus? What's going on?
I just say let Vince have Raw. That's it.
The thing is why don't everybody just work together? I don't mind everybody working together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just like what Vince used to do. And people got to remember also, Vince barely came up with anything. Vince just bounced ideas off of people. He got his ideas from other people. He never really, only thing he really brought up was WrestleMania. And even that, the name he had from at first sounded fucking retarded.
Yeah.
So people got to remember that. And I think they should do that nowadays. Like, but Vince is so damn stubborn and shit. He don't trust anybody.
All you do is have Vince pitch an idea, Triple H pitch an idea, and the group of writers vote, like, which is the better idea, and then go from there.
Yeah, because you got Tyson Kidd. You got Abyss. You got, you know what I'm saying? And these dudes be putting up good matches. Petey Williams. The matches that they be producing be good.
Yeah, Jamie Noble.
That's match coordinators. We're talking about writers. The writers are a bunch of jackasses that know nothing about wrestling. They're soap opera people. You need wrestling. You need wrestlers to be writers. It's just it's impossible.
But I think they be doing that writing too. Like Gregory Helms, he's a writer. I think he's a writer too.
Yeah.
Well, who knows what's going on with that now? All I know is I remember that documentary. You remember it, Nate? You sent it to me a long time ago. Well, it's not really a documentary, but when they were doing WrestleMania 25, they had this thing on Sports Center, and it was like a celebration of WrestleMania, and they were just interviewing different people. But there's this one interview with Stephanie where they were interviewing her, and the question was, where do you get your writers from? And Stephanie just sort of like danced around the question. She was like, oh, we get our writers from all places, from Hollywood and from theater and stuff, but she wasn't like answering the question directly, and of course that was a different time. That would have been like 2009? Yeah, 2009, I think. And the story has always been from many writers that, got fired or quit, was that it was always an audience of one, because the writers were not writing what they thought was good. they were writing what they thought Vince would like.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Yeah, because Vince would go through the scripts like literally 5 minutes before showtime and be like, "Fuck you guys, I'm gonna write it myself." And it's just like, well, what's the point of having a writing team then? So,
exactly.
And you know, he's been doing that for years. Like, believe it or not, he's been doing that since the Attitude Era.
yeah.
He really was doing this. He was doing it like he would, like even during the show, he'll rip the script up and rewrite it during the fucking show. I'm like, my dude, you wildin'.
No, you know why he does that? That prevents dumbasses like Moxley and Bray Wyatt with their stupid ideas. They say Bray Wyatt be coming up with some shit, and you be like, what? No.
Yeah, me and this dude Toph was just talking about Bray Wyatt in the chat earlier. Like, I had to come to gripes. I had to come to gripes with it too, man. Like, he's done. Like, he's never gonna have credibility again. His comeback was so squandered, and that's the thing too. Even if Vince McMahon had a play in that, and that's him squandering his push, it goes back to what I always say about Triple H. Like, why you always sit there and let shit go down like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, my dude, you don't have no backbone whatsoever. You had a plan for this dude.
Because
the whole white
I don't want to mess up my position with Daddy.
Yeah, like a straight up
about
fucking,
the work rate.
He's not even a kiss ass. He's a lick ass.
That's why I said last week. That's why I said last week. You know, all the shit that happened last week. Sure, Triple H is a better booker than Vince, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the big calls, he got exposed last week. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the big shit, he'll just bend over and just let Vince fuck him.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's not the be all end all. He's not the be all end all that so many people were trying to make you believe.
No, he's definitely not. And it's okay not to be the end all be all, but have some fucking backbone. Be like, nah, come on, Vince. Like, you keep fucking dissing me. No. Like, you sat there and let this dude slaughter the whole roster of NXT. Not only the roster, the staff too.
Yeah.
And you still taking it up the ass. You still throwing a banana with the tailpipe.
I think Sean has something to play with that too. Cause
it's funny that Sean came in. Yeah, now Sean.
Because his NXT product is dog shit. I was just watching it, and you mean to tell me the best thing you could come up with is University, that corny ass shit?
And not only that, them turning Braun into a heel was a terrible move.
You know why they did that? That was damage control. You know why they did that? Yeah. They did that because of his dumbass dad. They probably figured
but
he's gonna
still,
get booed anyway.
That's gonna make it even worse. I think.
Yeah.
And now you got people subscribe. Now you got people subscribing to Giselle Shaw's OnlyFans. Like, what?
Oh man.
Jesus. So Marcus Brown was talking about your avatar. So that's not like insanity. Come on, man.
That's my thing, man. That's my thing, Marcus.
The universe.
That's my thing, Marcus, man. I got a fucking meme folder. I told Nate the story. I had a girl a couple of years back. She was here with me. I had to go pick up something. I forgot. I think I had to pick up pizza or some shit. I gave her my laptop because I don't mind letting people share my stuff. On my laptop, there's a folder called Do Not Open in big caps. She fucking clicked on it. I guess she was expecting to find porn. My Do Not Open folder is just nothing but a bunch of wrestling memes, bro. It's got like nothing but wrestling memes like since fucking 2011. She's like, dude, what is this shit? I'm just like, you wouldn't understand. She's like,
that's what you get for being nosy.
Right? What's good, Black Star?
What's goody, man?
Good,
like, if you're not a wrestling fan, you wouldn't get half of the shit that you would see in there.
Oh, what else is shitty? Blackpool Combat Club going heel? Yeah, that's shit.
Nah, I'm digging that. I'm not even. I'm digging
as long as Moxley's with them, I'm not digging it.
I like Mox. That's the thing, though. I like Mox, but I think he just does shit unnecessarily. It's like, my dude, we don't want to see you end up dying in the damn ring by accident.
And stop telling And stop
I like
telling
them as
the
heels. The only
stop
thing that's
telling the
missing is that
media.
promo. The only thing that's missing is just that promo for like, okay, why did you guys decide to be dicks? But I mean, they're the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, they like to fight anyway. Do you really need a reason? They work much better as a heel, if you ask me.
They need to get
Yeah,
Don Callis on
they
the
want a
side.
cohesive unit. When there was, my bad, Nate. Go ahead.
No, they said they need to get Don Callis on the team. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like Don Callis like that. He needs to go back to Jackal or something. I don't know.
It was weird before because it was like, all right, Brian's doing his own thing. Mox is kind of doing his own thing, but Claudio and Yuta are together, but like not really. But his heels is like they're all unified. They're all on the same page. They're just like, yo, fuck the elite in particular. Like, I like it. It works.
Yeah. It works. Good.
Well, I appreciate that, Marcus.
Stop telling the media that, I was champion, I wasn't even under contract. Keep that to yourself.
Yeah, he made Tony Khan look like either he's very trustworthy or a complete moron.
Well, he's a cokehead, so there you go.
It's like, yo, you got a lot of trust. A lot of motherfucking trust.
Like, honestly,
you put your fucking heavyweight belt on
that
the
was
dude
just
that's not
something
even
Moxley
signed to
should
the
have kept to
company.
himself. He should have kept that to himself. No one knew about that.
Yeah, but that would have been funny if Moxley showed up on Raw with the fucking title and fucking Lex Luger 2.0. That would have been fucking cool.
That would have been what?
Yeah,
he would have put a Ric Flair. Yeah,
Mox is fucking stupid. I would have did that. Would y'all do that? I would have did it. I ain't gonna lie.
If Moxley showed up with the AEW title with fucking Roman Reigns,
I would have went to Raw with the AEW belt. I would have did it. I would have made history.
I've always said this with Nate. The biggest mistake Bischoff ever made was he didn't let DX come in. I would let him come in. What's the worst that can happen? It's free publicity. You imagine this. You got the NWO coming out. You got Hogan. You got Hall. You got Nash, Miss Elizabeth, Randy Savage, Bischoff to cut in the promo. Here comes the fucking tank with Triple H, China, Road Dogg, X-Pac. Holy shit. That's must-see TV. That's free.
They could have had like a 9 rating or some shit. They could have had all of
it. That was Bishop said that he didn't know about it. They told him about it too late. And he was like, what? Bring him in. And he was like, they already had left. That's what Bishop said. Which is bullshit. Like, yo, my dude, how you don't know what's going on? Like, y'all always watch WWE or at that time WWF. Now all of a sudden you don't know that DX was in front of the y'all venue. Give it a break.
If Mox showed up on Raw or SmackDown with the AEW title, worst case scenario, all that happens is they do the fucking title distortion on the belt. But then,
they would have gave him the old school Intercontinental belt.
But then WWE fans are going to be like, wait a minute, Mox. I know Dean Ambrose. Who the fuck is Mox? They Google Mox AEW. It's free publicity. I don't see a downside to it.
That would have been a bad idea. We're talking about 1998. Them WCW fans, a bunch of Southerners, probably would have tried to put hands on them wrestlers, and it would have been a huge lawsuit. Somebody would have got their ass on.
Fucking pitchfork. A pitchfork.
I can already see it.
Don't trust those guys over there.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Road Dogg probably would have put hands on somebody. We're talking about Southern fans. Nah, that would have been a good idea.
But didn't Bischoff challenge McMahon the following pay-per-view?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did. What he did was he told the security team to prepare an office for him, a locker room for him, just in case Vince showed up. And he said if Vince comes with anybody, let him come in. It was a publicity stunt. Yeah, it was a publicity stunt.
It was in Worcester. Yeah, it was at Worcester, so it was close to Connecticut headquarters. But Vince was at Stephanie's graduation in Boston, so he wouldn't gone.
Jesus, we're getting old. Stephanie,
I know.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm saying? Like, I love it.
Even though it was competition, I guarantee Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff had each other's phone number.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so what? I didn't hear what you said, Scott.
Even though it's competition, I guarantee Vince had Eric Bischoff's phone number in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please. They didn't want both of them didn't want that smoke, and I think that's some bullshit. We was robbed of some quality television at that time, potentially.
Yeah, because Vince had I know we can give him shit all the time now, but Vince had fucking Dave on speed dial because that's how it was back then. Back then, like Vince or promoters, they would call Dave in, and Dave would tell them like the newest sheets on like who was a free agent and who was leaving and gossiping. Like, you know, they used to have meetings all the time. You know, Jim Ross has the best story ever. Jim Ross has a story. It sounds like a fucking court movie from the '80s. Jim Ross went to the restroom, and this was after Vince's dad died, and Vince took over. It's like, you know, so Vince was taking over the territories and shit. And when Jim was taking a shit, he heard some people talking about they're going to whack Vince and take him out. And Jim had to he had to lift his feet up so they couldn't see somebody was in there.
Yeah, someone tried to kill Vince. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon at that time.
There's been stories for years that R-Truth saved.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull that shit up.
Yeah, I think in Iraq. Yeah, I think it was in Iraq. It was one of those tour shows that went in Iraq that he saved them. Ah.
What the hell? What's John talking about over here? This dude John is crazy, yo. You got a vendetta against The Rock. Like, it's gonna be okay, John. Relax.
Hold on.
Yo, hold on. Why is he in the chat?
He's probably with his kids or something.
Yeah.
Well, he looked like he's arguing with some dude on Twitter. Cause he
probably JD.
John is crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nah, he's
JD.
He keep praying on Rock's downfall. That's my dude, John. He crazy.
JD went off on The Rock last week. It was fucking hilarious on Twitter.
Yeah, and I'll clown JD. JD from New York is on the fucking, no, Cody didn't have enough adversity. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yo. I gotta call it out. He was all, Cody gotta go through adversity. He's not struggling. Why is he not struggling? As soon as Brock got at him, why did you do that? I didn't want him to struggle like this. Like, what the fuck? What?
Jesus.
Like, I probably Cody versus Brock is
John
a great match.
Again.
He said, he was a struggle. He has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar. He was a struggle against the bloodline. I'm like, my dude, how much matches do you want between Cody Rhodes and the Usos and Solo? Then you could have been about that.
It's fucking stupid.
That's the best possible match.
It shows you that people are not paying attention. His struggle was that he fucking left and he went and took a chance on himself. He went to TNA. He went to Ring of Honor. He went to New Japan. He went to AEW. That was the adversity. The dude was fucking Stardust. That gimmick was shit. That was adversity.
JD was saying, "Oh, you can't use that argument. You can't use it." Why? What you mean I can't use that argument? Yes, I can. I'm just saying this. I knew he wasn't gonna win. I knew that because I know that, and that would have been stupid that they would have just took all the belts in that one weekend. I'm glad they did it like that. It makes sense because I'm telling you, the bloodline would have looked very weak. Motherfuckers would have been talking about that shit too. Like, oh, they was running shit for like 2 years, but they lost everything in one weekend. People would have been talking about that shit too. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
You know what? If they really wanted Cody to struggle, they should have just fed him the Omos.
Omos is struggling.
Hey, leave the Nigerian giant alone.
Nah, he's done.
Yeah, leave Omos alone, man.
And I remember I used to root for Omos. I used to be like, yo, come on, Omos. Like, they had to pull a nigga from catering. This dude's at catering. You on a losing streak. The fuck you doing in catering?
Vince told him to go to catering.
Like, yo, what I said, what my dude Cam said? Come on, B. No ribs, no rice, no champagne. You don't eat. Before you're in there eating lobster and all that shit, you on the losing streak. He about to be fat soon. Watch.
No, he's not. Leave him alone, man. That's Omos.
Motherfucker about to look like he's about to like viscera soon. Watch.
Oh my god.
Man, don't
Like,
hate
to
on
me,
Omos,
Vince.
man. That's the
Vince
Come
did a
on,
lot
come
of
on, Scott. You gotta keep it real too, B. The dude is a fucking bum. When is he ever?
No,
He never
look-
wins.
Look at his entrance.
Look at his entrance.
What?
Yes.
Huh?
Tell me that shit ain't hard.
I
Hard.
don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably sleeping during the entrance.
With the hoodie.
I'd rather
a
watch
goon.
Bummer take his entrance.
Man, look
Jesus.
here. Omos is that dude. I don't care.
The only reason he's there is because they didn't want to pay Braun, and then they brought Braun back. So it's like, all right, what's the fucking point then?
Yeah, what's the
Whatever.
point? And that's the thing. Like I said, I always was going for Omos. Always wanted Omos to be that breakout star because we need those larger than life characters. He's just not it, and it's like he's not getting better. Now the
What you
match
talking
between him
about?
and Brock was decent. I'm not gonna shit on that match. You know what I mean? It was decent. You know what I mean? Whatever. But as a whole, he's completely directionless. What? Okay, if you was to book Omos right now, what would you do with Omos right now?
What would I do with Omos? I would have him attack Cody Rhodes, scoop slam the fuck out of him.
Say what?
I would have him.
So you
go
put him in
after
the main
Cody.
event?
No, I didn't say put him in the main event, but just have him harass Cody Rhodes for a couple of weeks.
That's gonna end up happening. I'm gonna be surprised if they'll throw Omos at Cody. I can see that happening. They're like, oh my God, look at the obstacles Cody has to go through.
It's a Vince hire, man. Like, you can be fucking 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall. That's all well and good, man. But you got to be able to do something in the ring. He can't do it. His body's not flexible. He can't do stuff like that, you know? So it is what it is.
To me, what I would
there's
do.
been several.
What I would do, and like this is me being completely honest, is that put him with Grayson Waller. Have him be as heavy.
Why?
Because Grayson's
All
a
right,
chicken
well.
shit heel. If you're a chicken shit
Well,
heel,
speaking-
put that to its maximal effect.
Well, speaking of that, that's a good segue. Yeah, I guess some NXT folks will get called up during the draft, but like I was talking about Sandman, what does the draft really mean? It's fucking useless. It doesn't mean anything, and it hasn't meant anything in like almost 20 years now. So,
word.
Hey, we'll get Grayson Waller and we'll get Braun Breaker to pop up.
What I was
Bret
hearing,
draft
and
followed by
it
Bobby.
might work.
But why
And
would
it might
Braun
work.
Breaker?
This is
Go ahead.
like it might work. This is the way that that Zack Ryder and Eric Young. This is how they're gonna make their debut. You draft them.
you said Eric Young. He's an
No
Impact.
one wants to see Eric Young.
Nah, Eric Young is
flabby
actually
ass
still.
shit.
Eric Young is actually the town of WWE. They just got him on the
Yeah.
bench.
Yeah.
It's since
I thought
They
he
November.
had
got
him on the
fired.
bench since last year.
Yeah, November is still under contract.
Yeah.
Nobody
God,
wants to
Eric,
see
what?
Eric
Yeah,
Young
yo.
on TV.
Like,
If
man,
anything-
look, he could do good in NXT. I could see him in a match between him and Carmelo Hayes. I could see a match like that.
Now, you want to make a move and bring somebody in? Bring in Tasha Steelz, even though she's signed to Impact.
Hold on, wait. Let me. Cause this dude Marcus is lining up the chat. Let me read one of his. We said, I agree with Black Star when he said if Moxley keep blading himself, he will get hepatitis C. He needs to stop trying to be mankind and be himself. Well, that is himself. Mox always been that crazy mother. Like I don't know if you know, like when he went to the main roster, he toned his shit down.
Well, he had no choice.
Yeah,
He
that's
did
how he
some
always
dumb-
been before
He
he
did
went to the main
some dumb
roster.
shit to Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar said, "Hell no."
Yeah, because I think he wanted to bring like a chainsaw in the ring.
Chainsaw.
All that shit.
Yeah,
I
chainsaw
was
leather
like,
face,
get your goofy ass the fuck out.
fucking chainsaw. Jesus Christ!
What chainsaw? This nigga's retarded.
You should have did a
Did
new
he
Jack, a trash
DDT?
can full of weapons. Oh shit!
Did he DDT Kenny Omega through a glass table?
Yeah,
Let's
the
not
first
talk
one,
about
Dynamite.
that. Let's
Yeah,
not talk
wasn't
about
yeah, that was
abomination.
the first
First
episode of
Dynamite.
AEW.
Yeah,
That
Dynamite.
abomination of a match. I remember.
Like, this dude said he likes to stab people. I think he should talk to somebody. Seriously.
He stabbed the Domino's pizza guy's coming over. He stabs him in the forehead. That's your tip.
Yeah, the tip of the blade.
Hey man, what happened to the Wizard?
Who?
Say what?
The Wizard.
The Wizard. Washington, the basketball team?
No, I throw a fireball on you
Wizard?
because I'm a wizard.
Jericho. Oh, Jericho. Yeah.
He got a match. He got a match for Keith Lee tomorrow.
Yeah, but know what? He's not a wizard no more.
Yeah, he's a wizard,
He
alright,
sucks.
because he makes alcohol disappear.
Yeah, what the fuck was up with Keith Lee last week? He sounded like James Earl Jones from CNN. This is
He always sounds like that. What do you mean?
I know, but it sounded
That's how he
weird.
always talks.
Oh
Do
man,
something with that gray hair, for real.
No,
Yeah,
I like it.
just for
It
men.
makes him look different. I actually like
Just
the
for
gray
men.
hair.
Jesus Christ.
No, I like the gray hair. Pause. It makes him look different. It makes him different. Like, it makes him stand out.
They had a nutty professor, the dad, whatever, or some shit.
Yo, you stupid.
Hercules.
Man, I'm about to watch some crazy shit. Where's my
Man, that's why I don't get on Twitter, because I will be on a flight trying to kick the Smokes' ass going to AEW show. I stay away. I hear you.
Oh my god.
Sam, what about the other guys who has been put on a back burner for Super Cody, my brother? You're an activist now. Yeah, these dudes got into a fist fight, like we were just talking about before y'all pulled up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't even know that shit. It was in between the timeline of when Cody came back and after the pack and WrestleMania. It was in between that time period. They had a real fight backstage. And even Becky Lynch was saying, like, oh yeah, she think it's ridiculous that, Seth Rollins been here holding it down, never went nowhere, being loyal to the company.
Bullshit.
And he got a spot taken away from this dude Cody Rhodes, but he left when shit got thick. He left and came back, and he took this dude Seth Rollins' spot. Here's the thing, Becky Lynch, because you be getting on my damn nerves too at times with your takes. Don't you know that's what Vince loves? Vince loves when motherfuckers leave and come back. He tells motherfuckers, I heard in reports from before that, he actually tells motherfuckers, like, yo, why don't you go out there and then I'll give you a call. He would tell motherfuckers, go out there, like, find yourself. Well, you know what I mean? I'll give you a call or whatever. He, like, just think of it. Just think of it. Think of all the motherfuckers that left and came back that basically, I guess you can see, so to speak, touched the brass ring or reached the glass ceiling or whatever the case may be, busted the glass ceiling.
McIntyre.
Yeah. Yup. Yeah, I'm speaking facts.
What the hell was that noise? Somebody cutting up coke?
Nah, this dude Scott was laughing.
Oh, I thought someone was cutting up coke, making line for Tony Khan. Oh,
How much mileage you got on this dude? Like, you like this dude from Blade, Scud.
Here you go, R.
what's that?
Yo, get the fuck out of here with that.
What is that?
I can't stand you, yo.
This is that dumb shit.
The fuck out of here. That's your favorite movie. That's why you threw it on.
What movie's that?
Let's go,
Ghost
dog.
Dog.
We told you he's
Jesus.
a samurai.
Oh my god.
Yo, this dude, oh my god. Ghost Dog. Look, that's his karate.
Is that Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah, that's...
Oh my god. What the fuck?
You never heard about this? Yeah,
What
this
if Forrest
Ghost
Whitaker
Dog
get
was a
right?
samurai.
Nah.
Oh my god.
He was a samurai, yeah.
Oh man,
But,
he's been watching Bloodsport too many times. He was watching Bloodsport too many times.
Oh my god, I can't stand you, yo.
I had to for one time.
I can't, yo. You're
So what did he
fired.
do? What did Forrest Whitaker do in that movie? Work at a hibachi or something? What did he do?
No, he was
He was an assassin.
He was
An assassin. Dude, assassin what? A buffet? I gotta look it up.
Old apartment.
I gotta look up the movie. I gotta watch it. What the fucking assassin? The guy couldn't assassinate a cheeseburger at 11 o'clock. That's about it.
The dude would twirl a pistol. I'm telling you.
Hey, what up, Virgo, babe?
And they got the girl from the Bernie Mac show before she turned into.
Yeah, that's when she was a baby.
Oh
wow. What's her name? The dark skinned daughter.
Yeah, the older one. The oldest, yeah.
Yeah. She was in it. That was like her first movie.
Yeah.
And now she on OnlyFans.
Yeah, she's on OnlyFans now. What's going on, son? She's on OnlyFans. Well, of course, she's grown, of course. For people out there, like, oh my God, they're talking about pedophilia in the round table. She's a grown woman.
She never responds to my messages on Instagram.
Because she's looking at you like, yo, get this weirdo up out of here, B.
No, I think a lot of them they don't monitor their Instagram.
Hell no. You got to spend some Skrilla to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? She on OnlyFans. Spend that Skrilla. Drop a little $70 on a vid.
Actually, I think she only charged like $10. I
don't know. $10.
Yeah.
Damn, she said them Bernie Mac checks ain't hitting.
No. They're not even on reruns anymore.
Yeah, tell me about it. Working for the man. Like we all. We and then they don't want to give us our damn money back.
Man, what we gonna do? Like, I'm just waiting for the cuts to happen.
Oh, they coming. Pause.
And
you already know. Let's call it out like
they already said it's coming.
I heard Top Dollar applying to set up the ring and shit just for a job.
Top Dollar about to be the manager for Family Dollar.
I'm gonna be happy when Dakota Kai gets fired.
You're gonna have no dollars.
Straight up.
I don't think she's on the block.
Oh yeah, she gone. I can't wait for her to get fired.
Yeah,
he's gonna go to a company.
That's another one contender you talking about there. EO Sky.
Top Dollar's gonna go to NWA.
Kai, she ugly as hell. She can go.
Top Dollar's gonna go to NWA and be called food stamps. I mean, that's how bad it's gonna be for him.
I think my girls. I think
the talent Tyrus the title.
Yeah,
I think my girl Lacey Evans might get fired too.
So hold on. Marcus Brown said the girl who played the oldest child on the Bernie Mac show always looked gross to me. Now the one that played the youngest daughter actually looked like a treat. Now Marcus. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
You know what girl I liked growing up? The one that was Steve Urkel, the one that liked Steve Urkel a lot. She was
Myra. Myra was bad as fuck.
Yeah, she was beautiful. Too bad she died. She had cancer, stomach cancer.
Yeah, she had stomach cancer.
That sucked. But
that's
she was
crazy.
Beautiful. Yeah, I like her.
She said she made $2 million on OnlyFans within the past 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what I told you, Scott. You gotta drop a whole buck. She's not trying to pay you no attention.
She doesn't even post new content from what I've been told.
You don't have to.
She don't have to. Like,
you're showing your feet.
On this shit. Like, why? This shit is like, she could just sit there and making money without her doing nothing new.
Scott, you don't know how simp culture works, bro. Simps will pay for anything. They don't care, dude.
Dudes pay for feet pics. They'll pay for bath water, toe clippings. It's ridiculous.
Nah, dead ass though. Some real weirdo shit. Bath water and shit.
Bath water.
And that's not
My
even no
spit
gas.
when I brush my teeth. It's like my spit when I brush my teeth.
Yeah, some real weirdo shit.
Fucking use mouthwash. Jesus Christ. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we just spoke about, Marcus, Myra. What was her
Yeah,
name? What
she
was her
died.
name? Oh, Michelle Thomas. That was her real name. Michelle Thomas.
She was with Malcolm Jamal Warner from Cosby's Show. They were dating.
Yeah, I didn't even know that from before.
I learned it after. Yeah, they were together. So they're working.
I see you,
wow. But yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, who you think is gonna get cut?
Well, Top Dollar and the other guy is tag partner. They're gone, and then
unfortunately, it might be Killer Cross.
Killer Cross, yeah.
I think Lacey Evans might get fired.
I don't know.
Like she might as well. She's not even on TV. Like, why they keep hiring this bitch to sit at home? She's sucking somebody's cock. She got to be sucking somebody's cock.
What are you talking about?
No, bro, it's the military thing. They love it. They love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because the military thing. Yeah.
But she's not on TV.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Titus ain't on TV either, but he does the whole dad stuff. They love that shit. It's good PR for him.
You know, you know what? Now I thought of that, because of the PR.
As a matter of fact, when they hired, what's her name?
Yeah.
What's the Chinese chick? Zaya Lee. When they hired her just because they could say Chinese. Yeah, it's dumb. That's why I've always said before, like, people get uncomfortable. Like we're talking wrestling, it's where people always say, I don't want to talk politics. I'm like, dude, wrestling is politics,
Right.
So a lot of these wrestlers that get hired in companies, like, it's political hires, it's a political game, gay wrestlers, black wrestlers, Chinese wrestlers. It's all politics, bro. It's all politics. And if anyone tells you it's not politics, they're lying to you or they're being misinformed.
So that's why Omos got hired.
Well, for Nigeria?
Nigerian.
No, I think Vince just wanted some black meat. He's like, I want some black beef. Yeah.
They hired.
No, actually, he's like on some Titus O'Neil. Like, he's transitioning into that Titus O'Neil role, I noticed. Because he be working with kids and stuff.
Yeah, but the main reason they hired Omos was they hired him because he was cheaper than Braun. But then they fired him, but then they brought Braun back. So it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do with Omos then? And they just stopped using him.
No, that's like
it was almost like Omos was like the Black Diesel. They got him like really cheap. He could be a bodyguard, and then let's see if we can make him to a wrestler.
Right.
They're trying to do that, like another Diesel with him.
Because a lot of people don't know Braun's deal. He's shut the fuck. That's the main reason. That's the main reason why they put Braun with Ricochet to make him more likable. To those that don't know, Braun was a bodybuilder. He was not a wrestler. He was a bodybuilder, and he was discovered. I forgot who discovered him. It wasn't Regal. It was
Mark
somebody.
Henry. I think it was Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Braun worked out a deal. This is how good Braun had it. He worked out a deal where he was like, if you pay me, I'll train to be a pro wrestler. And it's like, wait a minute, let that sink in. They paid him to learn wrestling. That's not how it works. Usually you learn how to do that on your own and hope
you pay them.
He hires you. Right, you pay them, but they were paying him. So he had a higher contract because of his name from the bodybuilding world. And if you remember, he wasn't on NXT at all. Like he worked NXT locals, but he wasn't on NXT. He just went straight to the main roster. He was part of the Wyatt family, and he was very expensive, and Vince didn't like that. And so they got rid of him because Omos was a lot taller than him, and Omos went through their actual training system properly. And they were just like, oh, you know how Vince is, beef. Yeah, So it's just like, yeah, we can train.
That's what they said, yeah. Black beef, yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, we can train this dude to be the new Strowman. He's taller, he's scarier looking, and because he's going through our system and because he's paying us, he'll be cheaper. But he's not good.
Yeah.
So then they brought back Braun. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But him being Nigerian definitely plays a part in it.
Over there.
Well, hold on. Here we go. Anybody met Scott, is that you in the background?
No, that ain't me.
Let me see. Hold on.
We got the gremlins back there or something? What's that?
Yeah.
Gremlins? Holy shit.
Oh my god. They're eating her. And then they're gonna eat me.
They're eating her.
Oh my god.
I'm over here looking at Lacey Evans photos. Like, she needs to come back.
Yeah, you sound like you need some time to yourself over there, buddy.
No,
she
was one of my favorite wrestlers.
No, but hold on, wait.
Motion connection over there.
I'm trying to let me see if I can pull up this matter of fact, I got the Vince McMahon interview pulled up. I just want to let me share screen real quick so we get the audio.
That's crazy.
Let me know when you're ready. I got you, Blackstone. All right, let me share screen. Let me see something.
I got to log off and log back in.
I can see her as champion. That's who I would mold to take down Bianca Belair.
Are you serious? The fuck out of here! You think she could beat Bianca Belair?
Who could be what now?
I mean, they built her right.
I'm still trying to figure out how the hell Asuka's 0-5 at Mania. What the fuck?
Because WWE doesn't like Japanese people.
No, guess not.
Yeah, I see they were.
Let alone in China, especially like black people.
I see that.
Ric
I
Flair
see that
got
Triple H remembered.
Ric Flair got in trouble
have,
for mentoring Great Muta.
Yeah, I see. Triple H remembered they have Nakamura on contract. Oh wow! You remember when Roman punked them out and it led to nothing? I remember.
Yeah.
Well, Nakamura.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's a man lying through his teeth.
But, you know, we've brought together in a pure play UFC and the WWE into a new publicly traded company. It's very rare to get.
You already know, Transformer type shit. Fair use only YouTube.
It's time to get some WWE stocks now.
Hell yeah, I want to look into that shit.
I think it was like $102 a share.
WWE together. Together, I mean, individually, they're incredible assets. Together with the flywheel of Endeavor, which we built, I think makes them unicorns.
Let me say it another way. This is the biggest thing R.E. Emanuel and Vince McMahon have ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this dude, yo. He looks crazy, man.
That fucking mustache.
This dude look like the dude from Mouse Hunt. Brian Cleese, what's his name? Chad Cleese? Brian Cleese? One of them?
Yeah.
Cleese?
Hey, at least he's a decent. At least he looks decent for a 80-year-old man.
Yeah, yeah.
The company. This is the best thing that's happened in a long, long time. All of the WrestleManias combined have been 39, including
Do you see Vince's contract?
What we will do together.
Did that event
$2 million a year
faster than you thought you'd ever be?
Yeah.
We didn't really, in and of itself, no. But it's great that we can combine all of this news together at the same time.
You know, I was talking to him when we didn't go.
This dude, Vince might as well wear shorts. Like, this dude, high waters is crazy. Like, damn, my dude.
I guess they want to. I guess they want to include XFL too. I guess XFL, UFC, WWE under one umbrella. I guess maybe that's the point.
He and I started talking about we should be.
Fuck yeah, have Roman take all of those.
2 years, seeing what he's done. Like I was in business with UFC for a long time. And so I always thought about this combination, especially with the Endeavor flywheel, that we could add on to it and what that could become. And putting it into a new company as a pure play, there's nothing like it out there. And then I also think it shines a little. He gets value, which I don't think is captured presently in the WWE. We don't get. I don't think we got pure value.
Is that the dude that's his best friend?
No, it's a guy for Endeavor.
That's the owner of Endeavor.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be his best friend. Yeah. Talking about when WWE was season of Apollo Crews teaming up with.
What the hell is the guy talking about? They don't get enough money in this and that. They get blood money from fucking Saudi Arabia. What was that? $500 million I got. Oh, the show.
Oh, that's about to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be decapitation at the airport. Holy shit! Muhammad Hassan, get ready. Cue up the music. Next Saudi show.
Combined, I think the market will understand it. I do also think for the Endeavor shareholders, we'll have a different perspective on Endeavor and Lumania.
I'm trying to look for that spot.
Is this a good day for Vince McMahon and the WWE, or is it a tough day as well? This company's been in your family for 70 years. Is it a tough day?
No, it's a great day. Things have to evolve. The family business, it all has to evolve for all the right reasons. And this is the right business decision.
Dude, nice tie. What was it, 1976? Holy shit. What guy is that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a fat tie like that since watching Name That Too, 1984. Holy shit.
I can't pay too much to that shit.
God.
He
should be working at a hotel or something with that mustache.
The greatest entrance of all time, man. Them fans, man.
Now, entrance was good. Speaking of best entrances, I actually like Jinder Mahal's entrance when he was heavyweight champion. It looked badass.
Oh, with the fire coming down, that was cool.
Yeah, all that extra stuff. That was a hot ass entrance.
Yeah, and then the bell rung.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite entrance. My favorite entrance was Ciampa. No music, just straight boobs.
What the hell?
No music, just straight meow?
I think the cat has 8 lives now.
That was your cat. No music, straight boobs.
Straight meow. The fuck?
Oh, man. Somebody's getting a treat.
So that means that you like Commissioner Cat's entrance.
Yeah, when Ciampa was in NXT and they just they just started booing, that was funny.
I like that entrance. He just soaked in the boobs. That was
my favorite one. My favorite one was Truth, and Truth did it better. The truth shall set you free. Nothing, no music.
I was just glad he wasn't chucking and jiving anymore.
You know how big of a heel R-Truth would have been if he would have won the title? How much heat he would have got?
Yeah, see, everybody says that, bro. But see, the thing is, if he had did that, you would never have got the pipe bomb. See what I'm saying?
When he came on the Confederate uniform was weird. Shit.
Truth fought Cena at Capital Punishment, that shitty pay-per-view they got rid of and never brought back.
The
following Raw was Cena, Truth, and the tables match. Truth won, and then Punk cut the pipe bomb. That was the very next show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone talks about Mark Henry should have beat John Cena. Maybe he should have.
Yeah.
But if Henry beat Cena, then you would never got the Yes movement with Daniel Bryan. Because after Cena beat Henry, the next person he fought was Daniel Bryan. And then he beat Cena.
No. No, here's the thing. Cena could have lost to Mark Henry. That don't mean Mark Henry had to hold the title for 3 months.
I guess.
We just wanted to see Mark Henry win that title. That's all.
Nah, I would have complained if he would have been a 1-month champion. I don't care. I would have complained. I would have been like, that's some bullshit.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, this
what do you
dude,
mean?
I don't know, man. Like, this dude love calling into the round table when he's at a NASCAR event.
Who, me?
Who do you got
Yes,
the breeze
when
there?
you in the house.
What the fuck is going on?
That's just a nice breeze. That's all.
But it sounds crazy, my dude.
He's on that Keanu Reeves shit. Yo, man, you gotta stay above 50, bro. Stay above 50.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah,
Nah, but when you get away from all that noise, I'm gonna bring you back, my dude, because it's mad noisy.
Or like,
I got you. Uh-huh.
Or like mute the microphone. There we go. Jesus.
Sound like he was at the damn NASCAR event.
And you tell that
What's
wildcat on the wheel to slow down.
Turn left 500. Oh my god. So hey, listen to this. There was a douchebag in Connecticut. He was going 130 miles an hour. He fucking was live casting on Facebook and shit. Yeah, and then he got a ticket in the mail. Nice going, douchebag. Live stream it. Fucking moron.
Just saying, I wonder how many Rose cats look, my brother. What's my brother stuff? You know, my dude, like, whatever.
Maybe it's Jimmy Snuka, brother.
Word, like, where did that come from? Like, my brother, you the Black Hogan now?
Hey, brother.
Devon, testify.
Mr. Snuka, where were you approximately on April 5th, 1985? I don't remember, brother.
He sounded how I'm saying that alone. Like, my dude, this dude fucking sniffing coke up his asshole.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I ain't gonna disrespect. I would never disrespect the dead. You're gonna tell me you remember with 100% accuracy where you were for your WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series payday, but you don't remember where you were the day before? I'm sorry, bro. That dude did it. I'm sorry.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
Come on, leave Superfly alone, man.
Hey, he was the first Money in the Bank winner. That briefcase.
You're killing me, B.
Oh my god, that's funny.
What about Black Star?
I don't know. Probably hit the earthquake. He's out in California, and they maybe got the big one.
All right. So you always gotta call him when there's mad noise in the background. What the hell?
Like cool breeze. I thought it was the breather calling in or something.
Backtooth Beaver.
Backtooth Beaver, you're fired. Hey, boss, did you have a good Easter? Oh.
My bad. This shit is fucking stupid ass not ad, but there we go.
What would happen if like Vince McMahon went over Kevin Dunn's house for Easter?
I see that.
He fucking eating wood. Oh, wood chips, boss. I got wood. Oh.
Yo, does Kevin Dunn really look like a beaver?
Oh, his fucking teeth. Holy
you ever seen Kevin Dunn before?
Yeah, a fucking retard.
Nah. All I just seen is just a beaver.
How do you make like a couple $1 million a year and you have beaver teeth like that? God.
Or like, yeah, like I guess he figured like he never wanted to get his teeth fixed. All you gotta do is shave it down. I don't know.
Is he married? Because if he's married, fuck, there's hope for me. God,
yeah, he's married. He's married with kids.
Oh my
but
God!
Hopkins never got his teeth fixed, and he was a
Who's married?
And he was an undisputed champion.
Who? But he's a boxer. That's understandable. Or a hockey player. Those are
shit,
man. Bernard Hopkins.
Paul Heyman is married with kids.
Yeah, Paul Heyman's married. Yeah, his daughter is like some of his videos. Amy Russell.
Yeah, shit. There's somebody for everybody, B.
Hey, you know how dope it would have been if Otis really was dating Mandy Rose?
Oh my God.
Yo, shouts out to Mandy Rose, B. You know what I mean? She be repping for them fat dudes out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I see that on an update, I see Vicky Guerrero's gone from social media. Oof.
Thank God.
Nah, yo, that shit is ridiculous. That whole situation is just a mess, man.
That was pure death.
Yeah, man.
He's done.
Eddie would be in jail right now if he was still alive. He would have fucking murdered the fucking stepfather.
She better figure out a way to keep that income coming in. Because when it comes to wrestling, it's a wrap.
You know, I always like to post memes and, stuff, but there's nothing funny I can take out of that. Eddie would be very sad because he lived for his family.
Disgusting. I mean, I understand you want to stand by your man, but man, your own fucking daughter being sexually, man, fuck that.
Man, that ain't nothing.
When you guys gonna realize that women cannot raise no kid by themselves?
That's bullshit.
It's very clear. It's very clear to me, and maybe I'm speaking out of terms here. I think we've all seen something like this before in our lives. It seems to me like, well, that seems it is. I'm whatever. I'll just say it. Eddie was clearly the glue, and nobody really fucked with Vicky like that. They didn't like her. Like how it's like, oh, I don't really like this person, but you know what? Eddie's cool with you, so I guess I'll tolerate you. You know what I mean? That's like the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting the vibe that, because I know her and Chavo, they don't talk either. Apparently, Chavo and Vicky haven't talked in like 10 years. I was like, Jesus Christ, 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he vouched for him. Yeah, vouched for
nobody gonna
what's her
protect
name?
their children better than the father.
Isn't Ray and Vicky cool?
I don't know.
No, we don't know. Probably
Ray and
not.
Vicky are cool, right?
I would
know,
think.
They probably cool because if Chavo and, you know what I'm saying, is not fucking with Vicky, then I guess this dude Ray might be on the same playing field, especially given the fact that what's going on. This has been going on for years. Because Chavo, he didn't say, but he definitely vouched for what the daughter was talking about. And it's happened for a long time. And then
to answer your question, Conan on Twitter, he said he didn't know, and Conan's tight with Ray. So, if Conan didn't know, I doubt Ray knew. And if Ray didn't know, then that means Dom probably didn't know either.
Well, Conan probably just, he probably not going to involve himself with the mess. You got to understand that too. Like, I'll understand if he won't publicly state he, you know what I'm saying, he don't know what's going on. Like, if anything, that's smart. Because if he says something's going on, then he'll be adding himself in that shit.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just look at it. Let's just call for what it is. These victims need to report this shit the moment it happens. You don't wait 2 years. You don't wait 10 years.
Well, yeah, that shit. Yeah, 10 years.
But if you're afraid, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Sherilyn didn't confirm this, but she said the sexual assault happened on a cruise at the beginning of 2020 before COVID. Maybe I'm reaching here, but were they on the Jericho cruise? Because Chavo was there.
No, it was a family vacation. I guess it was a family trip. That's what I thought. It was a Jericho cruise, but I guess it was a family trip.
All you gotta do is report it. The first thing they're gonna do, you can do confidential, or you can do open. But at the same time, there will be a rape kit.
But what happens if you're afraid?
That's the first thing they give you. That's the first thing they have you take the rape kit.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, too, the victims sometimes feel embarrassed and shit. That it happened to them, or they let it happen.
I agree. Yeah,
man,
there's a lot of shit. It's simple.
Man, look here. If I hope it never happens, but if I get raped, either the police is getting involved or I'm chopping somebody up.
Damn, like, okay.
I mean, Conan wants to be involved, but he's too busy peeling potatoes and tossing salads. So there you go. Conan, come on, you gotta play that clip. Come on,
Nash,
do it up.
All right,
Bishop, get ready to bow down, toss my salad, peel my potatoes.
Would you keep that a secret, or would you report it?
You said what?
If you was assaulted by Nyla Rose, would you keep that a secret, or would you report it?
I would murder her, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how you stopped yourself mid-sentence.
I wouldn't be on some real shit. I wouldn't even be in that predicament. Why would I be in a predicament when Nyla Rose, violates me like that?
You never know what happens. This stuff like this
happens.
No, listen.
For that to happen, I would have to be somewhere where Nyla Rose with us by ourselves, something like that.
No,
yeah.
let's say you at the bar and you just being a fan, and you turn your head
and just hold me right then and there.
Well, the oldest daughter, Shaw, the oldest daughter, Shaw, is saying that it wasn't rape, but it was sexual assault. Not that makes a difference; it's still wrong.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same category.
But if it was Natalia and her sister, man, I'd be like, come on home. You can attack me and do anything you want with me.
So here's the thing: you can't call it rape. So
sharpshooter.
They have to call it sexual assault. Rape is just too.
Where Vicky lost me, where she lost me, and this is like where she lost the plot, is in that little whatever the fuck she did, her one response that she deleted.
Oh, her rant.
She said that Sherilyn has been psycho since she was 12. Well, that's a dumb thing to say, but let's analyze that. Okay. So you're saying that your daughter has been off since she was 12. Well, let's see. Her dad died when she was 10. That's going to fuck with any kid's head. And then Vicky made the decision to be an on-screen character, which means
and
that
become a cougar.
You know, go on the road.
And she made the decision to travel with WWE. So that means if she was traveling, that means for Shaw and Sherilyn, they went from having a mom and dad to having nobody because Eddie was gone and Vicky was on the road all the time.
And then you
so of course,
then you see your mom tonguing it up with Dolph Ziggler. Come on
now. I think that Vicky.
I don't care.
I think that Vicky doing that was probably her way of mourning for her. Because it's like, okay, I can travel like Eddie. I can do what he did. I can see what it was about this business he loved. So it was probably good and therapeutic for her. But you basically just left your daughters at home with who, like a fucking babysitter? So that means they grew up as a teenager. They went through high school, no mom, no dad. That's going to fuck up any kid. So whose fault is that, Vicky? Whatever.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Vicky at that time when she became the on-screen character, remember she was in her 40s. She might be younger than Eddie Guerrero. She was thumping. Dolph Ziggler was that young piece of meat. And I'm sorry, Dolph Ziggler can take those bones to the grave with him. But I believe he has something going on with Vicky.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he did.
What I'm saying is I think Vicky was a promiscuous woman, and I just think that she loved that road life. Look at Jacqueline. Jacqueline was Kurt Angle's #1 hitter in the bedroom, and Kevin Sullivan. The women got knees, man. And did I just put the bread in the refrigerator? The fuck? Yeah, that was random.
I see you, Black Saw. Like, damn, what's up with your connections today, buddy?
It's Joe and the ninjas. They got internet. That's what they're doing. They're getting them.
Oh, Joe and the ninjas.
The ninjas.
I never laughed so hard in my life.
So, rare topic. Who y'all think is gonna win the vacant Impact World Belt?
What are they doing?
It's a 1-on-1 match between what's my dude name from NXT? Ibushi? No. The dude that dressed like Marty McFly.
Oh, Kushida.
Kushida, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kushida against Macklin, I think his name is.
I don't know who that is.
Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin, right?
Sounds like he owns Apple computers. What kind of name is that?
I think
that guy is. I don't know who that guy is, but I know who Kushida is. Kushida is a traveler. He goes from place to place, so he'll probably lose.
Y'all got it right. It's Kushida versus Steve Macklin. They're gonna fight this Sunday at Rebellion.
I think I saw Steve Macklin on Bassmasters on ESPN Saturday morning fishing. What the fuck?
Yeah, this dude, right? Kushida look crazy, but
Kushida.
I guess it's different. I guess
they probably give it a Kushida because you want the international flavor. Fans to tune in.
It don't even fucking matter. They can get the title to a fucking cat. It won't even fucking matter.
Exactly.
Josh Alexander was like the last week in the hole.
This is the first time we mentioned it here in the show. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I saw that Tessa Blanchard took a picture with the lady
Oh,
that
yeah.
she assaulted back then, and so
Yeah.
I guess it was her way of saying like, oh, well, she forgives me and
Oh,
blah blah blah.
yo, she's mad pussy. She needs to get spat on again.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, but if Tessa expects to be hired from any company, nothing less than a formal apology is like no one's gonna touch her still. So, yeah.
That's funny though. Now she want to do it. You know what? Her ribs are starting to touch. Nobody want to fuck with her. So now you want to take that pic with her? Like, oh yeah, everything is all cool. Please hire me. No, bitch. You're gonna fucking feel this shit. You racist piece of Jay Leno chin, bitch.
You need to wear a mask. I'm telling you, be a luchador.
Are they finally going to take the title off of Jay Cargill?
Yeah, whenever Statlander comes back. If not, they're going to probably give that Valkyrie chick.
Like, what are they doing?
Not a damn thing.
They signed that woman, that girl that wrestled her the other day, the 18-year-old, so that's cool.
Oh, I've seen her on MLW a few times.
What's her name? Billy?
Billy Starks. That's her name.
Billy Starks. Billy Starks, yeah. Billy Hayes here for whatever. Billy Hayes. Talk about a Coke.
Fucking Tony Khan, I swear. What's the point of referees in AEW? I think the referees only serve one purpose. Count to 3. That's it.
That's it.
Especially in the tag team match. This is fucking chaos. Like, yo, motherfuckers don't be tagging in.
They gotta hold the ladders for the wrestlers when they climb.
Yeah.
You at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bullet Ray said that too. He didn't like that. The fact that they're holding the ladders. Dude, you laid yourself on a fucking table. Shut up, Bullet Ray.
No, but that is true. Your wrestlers can't climb a ladder. Nobody from WWE is holding a ladder.
So again, the ladder was damaged, bro. What are they supposed to do? You know, you got to improv.
WWE, you're lucky you're holding a job.
That made it look real bush league. Yo, AEW is a mess, man. Like, and I got I like the action. I can't doubt the action. AEW action is like 10 out of 10. Sometimes
Speaking of a mess,
crazy because sometimes these motherfuckers.
Speaking of a
like,
mess,
they're about to kill each other. Like,
yeah, did y'all see that wrestler almost died on Ring of Honor taking that bump off a ladder into some tables?
Oh, broke his ankle. That was nasty.
Yeah, they be doing too much sometimes.
So that can happen in any ladder match, bro.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
No, only in AEW.
That reminded me of fucking Sid, man. That looked nasty. It was just hanging.
The worst ladder spot I've ever seen was Joey Mercury.
The
boy he almost died off that shit.
He almost died from that shit.
Yeah. That was.
I think what's lost in ladder matches. I don't think they were trying to do it, because it was really the TLC trio: Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. What's lost in ladder matches is like you can have a good ladder match with just one ladder, but somewhere along the way, it was just like, no, we got to add more ladders. Like if you're doing a tag team ladder match, all right, that's one thing, but you don't really see traditional ladder matches anymore. Like one guy versus another guy. Let's get the belt. It's always like TLC or, just some gimmick. It's just like more tables, more chairs, more. You can tell a story in a ladder match, and I feel like that is a forgotten art. And so ladder matches have now just become spot fests. And I think the spot that started it, and I don't think it was their intention, it just happened that way. It all goes back to WrestleMania 17, the spot where Edge speared Jeff. Yeah, that was a crazy highlight moment. So it's like everyone's looking for that crazy oh shit spot, But when they did that spot, when Edge speared Jeff, that was like near the end of the match. But now it's like people are doing shit like that like the first 5 minutes into a ladder match. But, it is what it is. I think ladder matches are dead personally. You don't see ladder matches in companies anymore because TLC, Money in the Bank matches, like those are not ladder matches. Those are just spot fest shit. But whatever. I'm sounding like an old man on a cloud.
I like that. What was that? The Division X match that they had back in the day with Impact, the hanging.
Oh yeah,
ropes
the
and stuff.
Ultimate X. Yeah, Ultimate X was
that,
cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Ultimate X was cool.
What was that? The one with Rhino fought AJ when he spared him. He was on top of the beams. It was Ultimate X. No, it was something else. They didn't have the actual ropes above the ring. It was like a platform.
People forgot.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Huh?
People forgot how good TNA was.
No, but what was the name of that match though?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Elimination Next, some shit like that.
I know what you're talking about. The name just escapes me.
Yeah, this dude Rhino. I thought he was gonna fall off that platform. I'm like, these motherfuckers is bugging.
But what made TNA different, to Scott's point, was like it was just the X division that did all that shit. The Guns and Low-Key and Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe, just all those dudes, and then like the heavyweight scene at the time, was like Jarrett, I almost said R-Truth, Ron Killings, it was different back. Not everybody does like the high flying moves. It takes away from it.
Exactly. Yeah. A bunch of cosplayers trying to be wrestlers.
I liked when New Jack threw off fucking Vic Rhymes off that scaffold.
Trying to be wrestlers. That's what wrestling is now. Gymnastics, but they trying to wrestle. Fake punches.
Spot monkeys. That's all they are.
Spot monkeys. Standing in there like bowling pins, waiting for someone to knock them down. Like, why the fuck am I going to stand there?
What? Yeah, I never understood that. The high spot with like 6 guys outside the ring all bunched up to catch the guy. Move out of the way. Let him go splat.
Yeah, like I'm going to.
They end up paralyzed, you maniac.
I know, but still, logically. No, I'm just talking like logic-wise. No, I know that, but I'm just talking logically. You move out of the way.
I'm going to stand there and let Braun Strowman jump off the top rope. Yeah, okay.
No, I remember this one time. This dude, the Giant, at the time when he was in WCW, Big Show, he had caught. I don't know who he caught with the drop kick off the top.
Oh, a drop kick. Oh yeah. That was crazy.
That again, you could have killed him.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what? That was pretty cool. But a Giant doing a drop kick off the top rope.
Yeah, Big Show was actually very athletic. He was very athletic.
When fucking Nash,
Braun Strowman jumping off the top rope, and I'm just gonna stand there. No, fuck no.
What was it, Slamboree? When fucking Nash powerbombed the Giant? Holy shit! I'm like, God damn, that's still.
He almost killed himself.
Well, the other time too, he almost broke his neck. Yeah, one time he almost broke his neck too.
Yeah, I think he tore quad doing that shit also.
Yeah. His sacroiliac. That's what Heenan said. He tore his sacroiliac.
he lost control of the Giant. His legs buckled.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That one had No Mercy or whatever. No. I mean, sold out. He dropped him on his fucking head. That was bad.
Yeah, like right here. Told WWE having times when the ladder is crooked. WWE won't zoom in on the ref holding the ladder match.
Oh yeah, there's been a few times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they'll improvise. They'll improvise. These dudes, the refs holding up that ladder make them look real good.
But you need to go back and look at some of the old stuff, Scott. One of the dumbest spots I've ever seen in a ladder match. As much as I fucking love the show, because I know Samuel's going to be like, oh god, he's on the show again. Fucking WrestleMania 24. John Morrison did a moonsault off the top rope with a ladder in his hand. It was fucking stupid. Shelton almost died. It was dumb.
I know.
If you can
find the spot, idiot, though. Like,
if you can find the spot, Carlito, and fucking what was it? Carlito and somebody else was in the ring. I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Mr. Kennedy. I think it was Mr. Kennedy. I think it was Mr. Kennedy and Carlito. They looked at him like, dude, you're fucking stupid. Why did you do that? Like,
yeah.
No, I got one. Same match. Jeff Hardy off a 20-foot ladder.
Swanton,
and the wrestler gets out of the way and he goes right through a table.
Hold on, you gotta say that again. You was breaking up like crazy.
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah, he was breaking
It
up.
was Jeff Hardy on a 20-foot ladder tried to do a swanton, and I think the Dudley Boys moved and he fell right through the table. I say, you idiot.
Yeah, that was bad.
Isn't that when the table exploded? That's how much velocity landed on the table.
Yo.
Yeah.
I still love the one. I still love the one with Big Show holding the bucket and Del Rio missed a kick like twice. Fucking
Edge and Christian were the smartest. Edge and, of the three teams of the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian were the smartest. If you go back and look at all the TLC matches they had, they were the ones that took the least amount of bumps, and they won every time. They were smart. They were smart.
Yeah,
because they knew the Hardys was the crash dummies.
Crash dummies. Let them kill themselves. Fuck it. I guess Christian wants to go back to WWE for one more match, like a tag match with Edge.
And I'm all for it.
That'd be cool.
No, like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised. What happened with that thing? They were supposed to do that entrance with the Brood. That never happened. I thought they were going to do that. That would have been cool.
Tony Khan was like, "Nah, baby, not on my watch."
Actually,
they could have made a deal.
I want Christian to have a title run with the AEW title.
That ain't gonna happen.
No.
He had a little run though. Remember when Christian Cage first got there, he was killing it.
Yeah.
Remember he had the he beat Kenny Omega clean.
Yeah, but that's an Impact title. That's an Impact title. That's like
it don't matter. He should beat Kenny Omega clean though, and that shocked a lot of people.
That's like having a pack of Newports. Stop.
Pack of Newports.
Damn.
King size Kents.
Right, look at that.
Look who they.
When Kane would do a missile drop. Remember Kane used to do the Enziguri?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the missile drop kick. Well, the Canaanites.
What's good, Mike? Mike, if you want to pull up, really, you see the link, you hit that way. Just in case you want to pull up.
But I mentioned this earlier, and I didn't really cook on it. Like it's dumb. Like I don't like. I got to make this very clear before I go off on this. I don't care, bro. Like I don't give a shit about the draft anyway. I don't got a horse in this race, but I've always just thought the entire concept of the draft is stupid. Nay and I had a conversation about this. It's been a minute. It's like maybe 5-6 years ago. Like, if I was in charge of a draft, this is how I would do it. And I know why they don't do it this way, because everything at the end of the day is about eating up TV time, because they have these TV deals with Fox and USA and whatever. But if to me, what the draft should be, the draft shouldn't even be on TV. It should be a special on what would have been the WWE Network, now Peacock. It should be like a fucking 3-4 hour special where you have every single WWE person, wrestler, announcer, referee, ring announcer, all of them should be in one big fucking room. Just like when you look at the NBA draft or NFL draft, they should all be wearing suits and dressed up and shit. And then the person who's in charge of Raw and the person in charge of SmackDown should just make picks one by one by one. And all the picks should be real, organic. All the wrestlers, except the absolute cream of the crop, should be, like they shouldn't know, because the reaction should be genuine. Like, oh shit, I'm going to Raw, I'm going to SmackDown or whatever. Like, that's what it should be. And then, every time someone gets drafted, a little short 2-minute interview. Hey, yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Blah, blah. That's what a draft should be in a perfect world. But they don't do that.
The best draft was when Triple H got drafted to SmackDown and he got an instant title shot with Eddie Guerrero. And there was nothing but chaos at the end. That was the best draft.
What was the last one they did, like 2 years ago? I was laughing my ass off because they were showing like the boardroom reactions. It looked so fucking fake and cheesy.
Yeah, and they stopped. And the reason why they stopped, I remember that they stopped it because it pulled in a really bad number. Because the draft would always be a very high rated episode for WWE. That one you're talking about was like the lowest rated one they ever did. And so Vince McMahon, he was like, oh shit, we can't do drafts anymore. And so it just fucking died and they gave up with it. But I know why that they are so lazy with the draft. They're lazy with it because, again, it's all about eating up TV time. Like, okay, so if they went with my idea, it's like, all right, well, how are we going to kill time on Raw and SmackDown? So the way they do it, it's a great time eater, because the way they normally do it is, all right, two people will face each other, person wins, person loses, here comes a draft pick, whatever, blah, blah. But anyway, it doesn't matter though. Like we were talking about before, Sandman, because everybody goes to every show anyway. Like what does it mean?
Nothing? Yeah, they're not hungry. They don't care.
There's no GMs. Yeah, there's no GMs anymore, and it's really sad because a lot of newer fans, like if you're a newer WWE fan and you've been watching for the past 10 years or so, like when they first introduced the brand split, each show felt different. Like Raw had a different vibe, SmackDown had a different vibe. Like Raw and SmackDown feel the same. They feel the same. They look the same. What's the matter, bro? Like it doesn't mean shit anymore. Let's just get rid of it.
You know why it was magical back then? There used to be a time where wrestlers used to say, we're gonna put on a better show than Raw and SmackDown. So there was inner competition, like when Undertaker ended up on SmackDown and all that stuff, they was like, no, we're gonna be the #1 show. We're gonna outdo Raw. And this was at the same time when Raw was only 2 hours. When Raw was 2 hours and SmackDown was 2 hours, they were able to compete with each other. Nowadays, today's wrestlers don't want to be competitive. They just want to get their shit in. Then they want to pop up on up, down. They don't want to do no kayfabe. I just think today's wrestlers are lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're spoiled.
Today's wrestlers are overpaid. It's like your boy Omaz showing up to work just to be at catering all damn day.
Yeah,
they're also.
That's why they don't believe
today's wrestlers have.
They're also not going to.
Well,
to make.
Also, but you're definitely right. There's a lot of wrestlers. I can't even call them, but they're just entertainers. They will have a match, and then after that, they'll go backstage, go to their locker room or whatever, and look on their phone and see who's tweeting about them or whatever the case may be. A lot of motherfuckers will be looking at the tapes and doing their homework, staying fit in the gym, eating right, trying to learn a new maneuver, trying to learn how to talk, trying to learn how to get used to the crowd, trying to learn how to engage with the crowd. There's a lot of motherfuckers.
It's a problem across the board. It's not just the wrestlers. It's the company too, because the company, they're not going to make. Because when they first did this, when they first introduced the brand split, like in the very beginning, that first draft, Vince didn't care. He broke everybody up. He took chances.
Yep.
He was doing shit that no one even asked him to do. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it didn't work.
Remember the first draft, he broke the Dudley Boys. Like, yo, why you the Dudley Boys the very first draft?
Right. So the way it is now, they're not going to take a chance. They're not going to take They're not going to take a chance to do that anymore. So that's why I say the company's at fault too. So for instance, this coming draft, they're not going to break up the bloodline. They're not going to break up Judgment Day. They may break up like an insignificant team that's not being used. Like, all right, yeah, we'll break up the Street Profits. We'll break up Los Lotharios, whatever. But like when it first started, nobody was safe. Anybody could be drafted. Announcers could be drafted. Like it was a real, genuine shakeup. But it's very safe now. And then the other thing they do too is they don't want to break up anybody that's like dating in real life. So it's like if one person is drafted to one show, the significant other is also going to be in that show. So if Becky Lynch goes to SmackDown, Seth Rollins is going to SmackDown. If Bianca Belair is going to Raw, then Montez is going to Raw. Like in the beginning, Vince didn't care. He made picks that was interesting. I mean, it may have pissed off the wrestlers. I'm sure they weren't happy about it, but it made for compelling TV because it was like, oh shit, they broke up. Like imagine this, right? Imagine this would be a great story for the bloodline. Imagine if Jimmy gets drafted to Raw, but Jay gets drafted to SmackDown. You break up the Usos. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be a great addition to the bloodline story. Like, oh shit, they're on different, but they're not going to do that though. because they don't want to take any chances. So
yo, you reminded me of Evolution. Remember when this dude Batista had to this decision to make who should he go against, either Triple H or JBL?
Oh, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Right? But Triple H's like, yo, yeah, maybe he should just go to SmackDown and beat JBL for the belt, and then Evolution just run the whole WWE. Imagine if they ever did that.
Yeah, I don't care. That power bomb he did to Triple H, he fucking exploded that table. That was
yeah. I think Triple
H
told him to slam the shit out of him through that table.
Gotta make it look real.
I was. Oh yeah. Speaking of that too, and that's where Trish fucked up too. Listen, I hate to beat up on these girls so much, man. Listen, bro, that shit was whack last night, dude. You can hear
it really was.
You
that
can hear
whole
a pin drop.
Match, that segment was whack.
Yeah.
Like, I turn heel, man.
That shit. I was like, oh shit, heel.
When
Trish Stratus is back. I posted it in the group, and I was being sarcastic. Like, why is Trish Stratus turning heel for what? Like, if she could go, then whatever. Maybe she might do something that she might shock and surprise us, but I highly doubt it.
When you turn heel, you gotta lay that shit in. Like, she botched the turn, and the crowd didn't care.
And maybe she almost killed herself off the. She tripped over on the left foot.
Trish needs to just stay out of wrestling. Period.
She could turn her heel on my nutsack, man. She's fucking hot still, Trish.
Her time has gone.
Yeah. I don't see it nowadays. I don't think she looks good.
If they split,
I understand. Profits, cool, but I don't think she looks that good nowadays. But I
don't
get it. People think she looks sexy. The younger Trish looks way better than now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How she looks.
But man, she's doing that yoga, man. She could bend like Gumby, I bet.
But I'm sorry, I can't.
She look like she ate Gumby.
You make me hard, yeah. Oh. Now, Molly, those are some cheeks right there, but Trish looks terrible now.
You know what I was just thinking?
Like I said, I don't see it.
No, man, the person who hasn't aged well is Lita hasn't aged very well at all, in my opinion.
Nah. I was thinking, remember like Vincent? Remember Vincent? I was thinking about Vincent and giving shit about the draft. That would have been funny. Like, send Austin to SmackDown to keep Deborah on Raw. Yeah, I want to fuck Deborah. Yeah, fuck Austin.
You know what? I tell you this. If the Street Profits get drafted, D'Angelo's going to get his walking papers.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm worried about.
Actually, he's been all right.
And that's some bullshit.
A few times I've seen him in singles matches. Good. He looks good.
I mean,
he's good. Yeah.
Angelo is actually good. Both of them are good.
Yeah.
But Montez Ford's like a next level.
He's a lot better than any of the dudes from, Death Row.
Well, he's better than Top Dollar. I mean, loose change, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Bottom dollar.
Bottom dollar.
That dude. Only thing I give Top Dollar is that he does got the ambition. I'll give him that. Like from before, I always give him that. He has ambition, but he's just he gets in his own way.
My only criticism about the Street Profits is, it's just and I think you said it yourself, Scott. It's just one of those things in WWE where it's just like the way the WWE is, the culture of WWE, the fan base. They're always looking for the next single star. And it's like so many people are just like, Montez is going to be like a great single star. And it's like when people talk about the Street Profits, people talk as if like they've been teaming forever. And it's like they've only won the tag titles like twice. Like they could have done way more as a team. Like there's way more left in the gas tank. Like we have yet to see the Street Profits as heels. Like how would they, like we see how they are as faces, but like what would they be like as heels? Like that's a completely different dynamic.
I don't
like
know.
it's one thing if
I
you
don't think people want to boo them.
like,
That's the thing. I don't think people want to boo the Street Profits. Like I can't.
They'd be like fucking Harlem Heat 2.0. Just had a woman manager to be set.
I just think that they have a lot more to offer as a tag team, and I've made the comparison before. I know people hate it. I'm not usually the whataboutism kind of dude, but I just look at like say the team like the Acclaimed and AEW. and I just see how popular they are and how over they are. And I just look at the Street Profits, and I'm just like, there's no reason the Street Profits can't be like that. Like, there's no reason. And it's frustrating to me because the Street Profits, they came first. The Acclaim came later. Like, they had a head start on the Acclaim. I'm not saying the Acclaim, I'm not saying the Street Profits should be like where the Usos were. I'm not saying give them a fucking 600-day reign, but I just feel like pound to pound, like they're a great team. They got a great look. The fans are into them. I just feel like they should be a lot higher on the totem pole, but it's like in WWE, they're just a team. They're not a top team. They're just a team. And I don't know, man. And Scott, you said it's WWE. You said that like if they were in a different company, it'd be different. Maybe. I don't know.
You said the word frustrating. That's not the word. This is bullshit.
Here's the thing. You gotta, if you're gonna make Montez Ford a single star, do it now before his body is destroyed. Because he's
too young though.
Yeah, but he's taking too many high risk bumps. Every time I see him
Not
do
really.
that,
You don't take high risk moves like that.
Frog splash, I cringe because I'm like, "Ooh, that don't look like that hits that."
You got to think of it like this though. It's only one move though. Like it's not like these dudes like Commander and Vikingo. No.
But if you watch the Street Profits match, every time Montez Ford is jumping over the ropes. And I just
no, it's not like that.
Yes, he is. Watch his next match. I guarantee he's gonna jump over.
I still don't know how
over the ropes.
I still don't know how he didn't fucking break his back when he did that flip in the empty arena on his back. I'm like, oh my god, he went splat.
I'm telling you, Montez Ford is gonna. He's gonna hurt himself.
I want to see arcade. I want to see him get RKO'd when he's doing a frog splash just once. Shit.
It's looking like my dude Orton is done. He might just be done.
I think he's
trying
done,
to fight. He's trying to fight it, but it's not looking good.
He's gonna change his finisher if he comes back. He's not gonna do the RKO anymore. So
and it defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
I missed the punt.
I mean, they might bring the punt back, but
it defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
like the
Randy's
punt is good,
are,
but we want to see the RKO. That's what we want.
No, I know.
Randy's days are numbered, unfortunately.
They're gonna have him in a pillow match just so he can do the move. He can land on a pillow.
I knew he was hurt. I knew he was hurt. I didn't realize how hurt he was. Like, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, he needs to do some yoga.
You think he's got to lose some more weight? Like lose some more weight to like relieve the stress of the spinal cord?
He had the right idea with the RKO because his whole idea was use a finisher that you can use on anybody. Smart. But when you have to do a finisher that constantly involves you jumping and falling on your back, like think about how long he's been wrestling, like over 20 years. You doing that every night. That shit adds up. That's why Hogan can barely walk, doing a leg drop.
Why you think I'm worried about Montez Ford?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a lighter schedule now, so
that frog splash is not good for you. Look how RVD is hobbling around.
Well, it's better than the flying headbutt by fucking Benoit. What the fuck? Concussion.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's why his neck got fucked up. But one of the ways his neck got fucked up.
Fucking everything.
Don't forget Big E always falling on his head.
And I always called that shit. You know what I mean? From before. I was saying that. Y'all can check out my
never been diving. Like
y'all can check out my old videos when I'm in my uploads. I was always saying that shit like, yo, it's gonna be a time he's gonna regret doing that shit. Cause he always used to do that shit, that spear in between the ropes, and he always landed on top of his head. I mean, every single time. I knew it was only a matter of time.
You're 275 pounds. What are you doing jumping up through the ropes?
Yep. That's what he always did. That was like a spot for him. That was one of his I guess you call it signature spots.
Yeah.
and he'll land right on top of his head. I mean, literally all the time. I'm like, yo, you need to stop doing that fucking move.
If you don't do that perfect, you get your foot caught on the rope, you're fucking splat. It's like,
Big E
wow.
was one of those wrestlers that should have been a mega heel.
Yeah, he would have been a good heel.
He was a good heel. Like that body, he killed that bodyguard.
Nah, with Ziggler.
Yeah, but he don't need to be nobody's muscle. I'm talking about like Bobby Lashley monster heel.
Yeah, like on his own.
Well, he's walking around good now. That's good.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
I forgot when his next checkup is, but it's not that far off.
And there's no rush. He should, enjoy his time. Enjoy his time, enjoy his family and friends. You don't need to come back to the ring right now. Enjoy your time. Heal up properly. That's the thing with motherfuckers too. Like, they be so fast to come back. And I get it, because you feel like you're going to lose your spot, or maybe you need the money. Thank goodness that the New Day is holding him down. And I know he got mad millions anyway, because you got the endorsement deals, you got the cereal, so, you know what I mean? He's blessed. And I really hope he gets better. Like a lot of, I just say, like a lot of these wrestling fans, they're bloodthirsty. The first thing they think, oh, when can you come back? Like, damn. Like, I understand you miss a motherfucker, but chill. Let a motherfucker chill and relax.
Just heal up, Biggie. Don't worry about it. Just heal up.
At least Kofi ain't twerking no more.
Just heal up, Biggie. Don't worry about it, because Brad Maddox and fucking Xavier, they need a cameraman. The next one. We know you were the man. We know you were the camera guy.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, Biggie did do some fruity suspect stuff.
Hell yeah, he's got that look.
No man.
Remember the time when he was gyrating, dressed like Ric Flair with lip gloss on his lips, eating a jelly donut. I'm like, what kind of
what it was they just went with it. They had nothing for Kofi, they had nothing for Big E. They weren't going to call up Xavier. All three of them were on the chopping block. They did the New Day thing, and originally whatever it was supposed to be was a different idea than what it ended up being. They did the whole church thing, and it just wasn't working. So they were just like, "Fuck it, we'll do our own thing," and it got over.
Yeah, but he don't need to be twerking or dancing and twisting his head. We know black people got rhythm, but goddamn.
Remember their name at first? Their name was supposed to be Muscle Bomber at first.
Something like that.
Yeah, their name was supposed to have been, before the New Day, their name was supposed to be like Muscle Bomber.
What was that, a last name from Ico Pro? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, some other silly, they had some silly ass names. They stumbled on the New Day by accident.
Yeah, and I've always said that before. I feel the same way about Bianca. It's like when you're outside, it's like those fucking crime movies where, the one boss is like, I'm going to burn it all. And he just blows up the building and money just starts falling from the sky. And then there's the people trying to catch the money. What happens most of the time, the money's just going to slip through your fingers. But every so often you'll catch one because, that's what Bianca is. I don't think they ever had a plan on making her a big star. It just worked out that way. It worked out for her. Okay, but we fucked up Shayna. We're just now doing right by Rhea. And we fucked up God knows how many other people. So, that's why it's like, I'll applaud them for getting Bianca over, but I'm not going to sit here and give them their flowers. Like, oh yeah, this was totally their intent. No, it wasn't. They looked into it.
Can we appreciate Bianca Belair for when she's not wrestling and she's not dressed as Bianca Belair, how pretty she is?
Yeah, she's a very beautiful woman. Yeah.
I mean, when she's not even dressed up wearing that makeup, I'm like, this girl looks completely different. Just drop that.
When she let her hair out, Montez Ford is loving life.
we need more good looking wrestlers in WWE. I'm telling you, you want to bring people to the crowd. Bring in Tasha Steelz. That girl is gorgeous.
I know this is off topic, but who the hell's gonna read that Brittany Griner memoir? I'm not gonna read it. Fucking, I broke the law and I hate America and I'm free.
Hold on, wait, because this dude here, get out of here, Nate. This fucking guy always switching up topics all the damn time. Well, we almost at the 2-hour mark. Before we get up out of here, Nate, you say you wanted to talk about the gambling shit at WWE, since you know what I mean. You are aficionado of when it comes to. What's your
no! I was gonna joke about John Moxley. Like the odds of like Vegas, like him not bleeding in a match, it's got to be pretty high. Jesus Christ! That's all I was gonna say about gambling. Fucking guy.
Come on.
Actually, you know the funny part is since he's turned heel, he hasn't bled at all. Everybody else does. That's the funny part.
Not getting the blood over as a heel.
Yeah, man. So tomorrow, what's on tap for tomorrow for AEW? I see this dude, my dude Will Hobbs. He got a match tomorrow. He got the belt. Oh yeah, he's going against Silas Young from yeah. Okay, that's I'm looking forward to that match.
Professional wrestling.
MJF's going to be there for something.
MJF's going to be there. Okay, what else is on tap for tomorrow? AEW.
The Combat Club's fighting in a tag match and all that.
Okay.
I think Orange Cassidy's fighting somebody too.
Oh, he's fighting Buddy. Yeah, he's fighting Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews. So I was going to Mr. Feeney too. I heard Mr. Feeney turned like what, 96 years old? 96 years old. Yeah.
Feeney.
And his wife's still alive too. She's like 91. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow. So
bless their heart. I don't know. Be like, man, look, I love my life and all, but man, look, to the 90s,
fuck that. If I can't feed and wipe my ass, I'm done. Just put a bullet in me if I can't feed myself.
I'm not trying to get to the point where I can't fuck it. All I can do is move my eyelids. I ain't trying to
just end it. Let it be over. Just let it go.
Anyways, you guys are always awesome. And you already know, B. Friday, we're going to pull up, talk about the old-fashioned wrestling, let y'all know what's happening, barbershop talk, from wrestling, all that shit there. You dig?
Yeah. We need some drama.
Yeah, man. It's been pretty dry when it comes to wrestling news.
The drama's coming back soon. CM Punk, May 3rd.
Eventually.
I need to hear about chairs being thrown, Nick Jackson getting knocked out, dogs getting bit.
All right, y'all. Yeah. I'll holla. Peace out, motherfucker.